So this semester, we wanted to do things a little bit differently. So we're gonna try this video setup and see how it goes. So for this semester, we wanted to talk about understanding Jesus. I know some of us have spent our lives in the church and we know the same stories and some Bible verses and things like that, but I want us to really focus on our relationship with Jesus and growing in our knowledge of the Bible, the verses, and the stories that it has for our lives. And I want you to be able to adapt those to your life. So today, I'm going to be starting off with a story about grace. We're going to be in Matthew 20:1 through 16. So I'm going to start off by reading that for you. For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them a denarius for a day and sent them into his vineyard. About 9 in the morning, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. He told them, "You also go and work in my vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right." So they went. He went out again about noon, and about 3 in the afternoon, and did the same thing. About 5 in the afternoon, he went out and found still others standing around. He asked them, "Why have you been standing here all day long, doing nothing?" "Because no one has hired us," they answered. He said to them, "You also go and work in my vineyard." When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Call the workers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last ones hired and going on to the first." The workers who were hired about 5 in the afternoon came, and each of them received a denarius. So, when those came who were hired first, they expected to receive more. But each one of them also received a single denarius. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. "These who were hired last worked only an hour," they said, "and you have made them equal to us who have been borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day." But he answered one of them, "I am not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have rights to do what I want with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? So the last will be first, and the first will be last." So, with this story, I want you guys to write down some quick things that you heard. First, what does the vineyard, the landowner, and the workers represent? Number 2, how many times did the worker go out to find workers? Number 3, what does this teach us about the kingdom of God? Number 4, how does he interact with the last group of workers? And how does he interact with the first group of workers? Number 5, why do you think the landowner paid the last group first? So I want you to take a minute to go into our notebooks, into these notebooks, and answer those 5 questions. I'll repeat them if you need me to, but just take 5 minutes silently to answer these questions, and we'll come back.